All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I also want to say Shalom, much due honors and respect to all you brothers that's continuing to labor in his work, not becoming faint in your watch and pushing out this gospel in all true faith and sincerity. Yeah, so I just want to get into a quick lesson dealing with the similarities, the spiritual connection between Enoch and the elect, all right? And I want to start off in the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope." Right? So the things that was written before us, or the stories of old, it was pretty much written to give you more of insight on the present time, or the things that's on the horizon. All right? Now, with that said, I want to go into the book of Genesis, chapter 5, starting at verse 21. It says, "And Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with the Most High, and after he begot Methuselah 300 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with the Most High, and he was not, for the Most High took him." Right, so obviously at face value, you'll see where I'm going with the connection. You know, because we here, the hopeful elect, the men here at Great Millstone, we hope to be taken in similar fashion, all right? We hope, because we walking with the Most High right now, you know, meaning we're spiritually invested, we doing the work, all right? We walking in the path of the Most High, you know? And ultimately, we want to be translated and taken up just like Enoch was taken up, all right? So obviously at face value, you will see where I'm going with the connection. But when you look up that word, Enoch, in the blue letter, it says dedicated, all right? And that's one of the attributes or characteristics that the men of the Lord have. They're dedicated. But when you really go deeper into that meaning of that word Enoch, all right, which I want to get right here. Let's get the translation real. Let's get Enoch. All right, Enoch. It says the father of Methuselah, all right, Genesis 5 and 22, son of Cain, Genesis 4 and 17. But when you go to the definition right here, it says, a male given name from a Hebrew word meaning teacher, all right? So this is one of the similarities that the elect, or the spiritual connection that the elect have with Enoch, all right? Which separates us from the rest of Israel, all right? We are teachers. Now, when you go further, which this is from a video the apostles put up going into this word Enoch, and you see it, the Hebrew word, kanawak, all right, if I'm pronouncing it right, but it says upright, educated, learned, wise one. All right? Upright, educated, learned, and wise one. So that's the spiritual connection, what you're going to find with Enoch, who was taken by the Most High. All right? He did not taste death. Well, that's the same connection that the men of the Lord, primarily here at Great Millstone, have with Enoch. We are upright in the spirit, and we are educated, learned, and wise ones. All right? And you might ask, well, what do that have to do with, you know, with anything? All right? Well, let's get the scripture. This is Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 7 and verse 28. "For the Most High loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom." So that's the main component, or that's the catalyst that's going to get us delivered. Because really, when you go into it, the laws is not going to justify us in these times. For one, we can't keep the law perfectly in our captivity. And the scriptures tell you, if you offend in one law, you offend in them all. So what's the what's the next step then? What's the next outlet, you know, or the next thing you could point to? Wisdom, which only the Most High give you. And that's the thing that pleases the Most High. Like we just read, the Most High loveth none but he that dwelleth with wisdom. All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 4. "When thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, defer not to pay it, for he have no pleasure in fools. pay that which thou hast vowed. So the point is, the Lord take no pleasure in fools. So you could be a guy who feed the homeless, give people money, bake Brother Johnson a pie. That's an inside joke, within the camp. Nevertheless, if you don't dwell with wisdom, then the Lord will have no pleasure in you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to go into a quick lesson showing the similarities between the elect, all right, the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, who we aspire to be. We hope that we're a part of that righteous number, all right. Primarily, the men had great millstone, and the similarity that we have with Enoch, all right. Not just the fact that that the elect is going to be taken, and not going to taste death, just as Enoch, but the main similarity in the spirit is we're educated, all right? Just like the meaning of the word Enoch. And also dedicated, which when you look up the word Enoch in the blue letter, that's the definition they're going to give you, dedicated. But when you dig a little deeper, it actually means upright, wise one, and educated. And it also means teacher, all right? So these are the same qualities that the men of the Lord share with Enoch, all right? So yeah, I hope this was an edifying lesson. Until the next time I say shalom.